Everybody wants to sell you something on the internet, and there's a lot of things on the TikTok shop that are incredibly deceptive. And that's what we're reacting to today, is a number of things that you should be aware of when you are being marketed to for things for skincare and health items on the TikTok shop. Some of these are just gonna be fun, but some of them come with some pretty important warnings. So let's dive into the reactions today.
You don't need an expensive chemical peel. All you need is some papaya skin.
Papaya
so you
skin.
Use banana peels for your wrinkles. Let's talk about
Very
papaya
limited data on
for your
bananas
dark
for
spots.
wrinkles.
This is why you see so many brightening soaps that have papaya in it.
Papaya is a good ingredient for brightening the skin and gentle exfoliation.
And gently exfoliate all the dead skin cells. Don't forget your neck, ladies. Papaya contains an enzyme called papin.
That's
that
true.
is an antioxidant. It's going to help remove the dead skin cells and is a great help for anti-aging. So if you're looking for
And her skin looks
exfoliation,
great. I
for
can't argue
brightening
with
the
that.
Skin, for fading hyperpigmentation, the vitamin C in the papaya peel is going to lighten and
Vitamin C, again, a great ingredient.
I love to really focus around my mouth where I see that it is darker, and my forehead where I tend to tan the most. Now, knowing all the benefits to papaya skin, are you going to use the peels for a facial?
No. And here's why I'm not going to use papaya for a facial. A papaya costs anywhere between $3 to $8 depending on where you're shopping at. And if you're going to spend $8 every time you want to do a peel, you should be buying the over-the-counter cleansers or exfoliators that include papaya as an active ingredient. I have no affiliation here, but Youth to the People has a papaya and vitamin C lactic acid exfoliator. It's in the $30 range, but you're going to get probably 40 uses out of this, which is way cheaper than buying 40 papayas. Kiehl's has a pineapple papaya facial scrub. This is also going to exfoliate and give you the papaya benefits in a formula that is safe for your skin. You're not going to get allergic reactions to it, most likely. Again, everybody could be sensitive to any product, but in the $30 range, cheaper than buying 40 papayas. She has great skin, and she's right that papayas have some of the ingredients that do help to boost your skin, but you can get those ingredients actually at a cheaper cost per use by buying reputable products that you can get over the counter. And we are dancing in the grocery store here. I don't know why we're doing ballet.
Are you looking for sunscreen?
I look
Here
for
are
sunscreen all the time.
free of endocrine disruptors such as oxybenzone, titanium dioxide, and synthetic fragrance. Either try a Badger or All Good sunscreen.
So Badger and All Good Sunscreen are reputable brands of sunscreen. Those are SPF 30 or higher, and if you like using them, by all means, you certainly can. But her claim that oxybenzone is an endocrine disruptor when it is at the doses that we typically are exposed to in many over-the-counter sunscreens is simply not true. The studies that showed endocrine disruption were done in rats, and they were given doses that you would never accumulate in the human body. Again, if you want to be on the side of caution and not use oxybenzone, that is your right to do, but don't be misinformed that because you use a chemical sunscreen that it's going to change your endocrine system. That is simply not the case, and the evidence doesn't support that in human use. I use a chemical sunscreen pretty much every day on my face because they're more cosmetically elegant, they work better when I have facial hair, and they just feel nicer on my skin than many of the zinc-containing sunscreens. Just because somebody throws around scary words, it's important to do your research and know the facts. That one girl that loves star pimple patches. She's got a pimple. They just get progressively bigger. So this is just for fun, obviously. If you like using star pimple patches, they're a fun accessory, and it takes ownership over the pimples that you have, the acne that you have, and I like that idea. Pimple patches come in all shapes and sizes. Some are nearly invisible, and some are meant to be an accessory to your fashion taste, and it just gives you that power back rather than letting somebody else potentially make fun of you for your acne. So although this video was made in jest, obviously, it does point out that those are an option that some people love to use, and I support that.
Clearstem Mind Body Skin Supplement is the worst supplement I've ever taken.
I have talked about Clearstem on my channel before, and Clearstem, in my opinion, has very deceptive marketing practices. They market themselves as an over-the-counter acne supplement. They've called themselves an alternative to Accutane or a more natural Accutane, and these claims are encroaching on medical claims. I did a whole video where I screenshotted their comments where they were providing what looked like medical advice, going to make safety claims above and beyond what you can make with an over-the-counter supplement, saying that this had no mental health repercussions, that it had no problems with reproduction, that it was probably safe in pregnancy, but talk to your doctor first, was their out. And they made no mention of the risks of vitamin A toxicity, and I want to see what else she experienced while taking the ClearStem Mind Body supplement.
I have super bad cystic acne and I was willing to do anything to make it go away. So I saw every influencer post about this. I saw ClearStem everywhere and it was just a natural supplement. So I decided to give it a try.
They marketed heavily, and they had this marketing campaign that looked like they were talking about the product on a podcast. I don't even know if they really have a podcast or if they were just using that style video. They were trashing tretinoin, which is a tried and true prescription for acne. They were trashing Accutane, where they clearly don't understand the true risks and benefits of it.
And I got vitamin A toxicity from
Yes.
it. I was so sick. I could not keep any food down. I was in the bathroom for a week straight. I went to the doctor and they did every test imaginable to see if I had any viruses. Everything came back normal. I told them about the supplement and how much vitamin A was in it, and they're like, oh, yes, that's what's causing this.
The main ingredient in the ClearStem Mind Body supplement is vitamin A, and Accutane is a synthetic form of vitamin A, and we monitor the dose with very predictable risks and benefits, and it's done under medical supervision. You can get vitamin A toxicity by taking over-the-counter vitamin A, and if you're doing this on your own, you don't have anybody medically supervising you. Nobody is doing labs to make sure that your liver is staying healthy throughout your course of an over-the-counter supplement. There is no mention in the videos I have seen from ClearStem and the ones that I reviewed on my channel that talked about the risk of vitamin A toxicity. They completely gloss over any potential risk of their product and only give it praise, and I think that that's a big misinformation campaign on their part.
If you're a woman in childbearing age, especially if you're pregnant, I would recommend definitely not taking this supplement. Obviously talk to your doctor first, but that much vitamin A can be harmful to your baby.
Again, this is absolutely true. High doses of vitamin A while you're pregnant can absolutely lead to birth defects. This is one of the main reasons that Accutane has to be done under medical supervision with monthly visits and monthly pregnancy tests if you are a woman of childbearing potential. That risk is not gone if you're taking over-the-counter vitamin A, and that can certainly happen with the ClearStem supplement. Obviously, it did for this person.
So this supplement is advertised as nature's version of Accutane.
They do call it that.
Doctors are so stringent on not being on Accutane if there's the smallest chance of getting pregnant because it can severely dismember your baby.
True, and we require 2 forms of birth control for women taking Accutane.
It's a super high potent version of vitamin A. So basically ClearStem is mimicking this in the natural way with a crazy high amount of vitamin A as well. So this happened to a couple of my other friends as well, and like
so it's not just isolated to her.
And we left comments and they just deleted everything. They even told pregnant people on their website it was completely safe to be taking while they're pregnant.
I've got
Do your
screenshots.
research before taking a supplement just because an influencer says to.
This is a very important video, and ClearStem, in my opinion, has deceptive marketing practices. They do overstate the safety of their product, they gloss over the risks of their product, and they are trying to push an over-the-counter supplement. They call it nature's Accutane, which you cannot make those kind of claims when you compare an over-the-counter supplement to a drug. The supplement industry has some great products, but they also are very unregulated, and you must be cautious when you're taking supplements, especially something that can build up in your body like vitamin A and could lead to significant health problems and in severe cases even death.
Water just dilutes the vitamins in your body.
Water just dilutes the vitamins in your
Try
body.
just drinking fruit juice and vegetables and fruits for a week and you'll feel like Superman. All these people drink Adderall to focus, coffee.
You don't need water?
They don't drink water. It's a scam. And then also the water that people are drinking anyways.
Water is a
tap water
scam?
with a bunch of fluoride and plastic bottles that are sitting in the sun with a bunch of who knows what. So say, let's just say you took an orange right now.
Like your fruit juice doesn't come in plastic bottles?
You can do liquid juice. Or you can just eat an orange. Same thing.
So I'm still confused. Like, what's bad about having it? Because I get how tap water is
It dilutes
bad.
vitamins in your body. You don't need it.
It dilutes the vitamins in your body.
You don't need it.
No, it doesn't.
How did you know that?
You can't knock it until you try it.
No, I'm just trying to learn.
Yeah, you can.
I know a lot of things. but I do have
I know a
to work
lot of
with
things.
a diet guy, very, very smart.
Talked with a diet guy? Not everybody deserves a podcast. Guys, you absolutely need water, and anybody that claims otherwise, I've got to imagine he's doing this for shock value. I would be so surprised if he actually believed this. This is insane to me. Your body needs water. You're like 90% water. Your cells need water. You can get water by drinking juices, but you're also loading up on sugar in many cases if you're buying juices from the grocery store, and you don't need all of that sugar. In fact, I really try to avoid drinking calories in my life. So that's why I prefer water. I prefer calorie-free electrolyte supplements. You need water, you need electrolytes. Fruit juices have their place. Don't stop drinking water. This guy just doesn't deserve a microphone. This one just angers me.
You know what, really fast in time for summer, I'm a holistic RN. Let me just tell you
RN.
how I maintain a waist. And I do it well, and I do it fast.
How does she maintain a
10,000 steps a
snatched
day
waist?
is essential. You don't need to work out. You don't need to
No working out?
diet super strict. Just get your steps in, and you will notice a huge change. Number 2. Nature's freaking Ozempic.
Nature's
Let me just tell
freaking
you, I was
Ozempic?
so skeptical of this. I saw a lady who came up my For You page. She said she was drinking this Nature's Ozempic tea that had her down 4 pant sizes. That wasn't like, I was still skeptical, but I clicked on the product and I was reading some of the reviews, and I was like, okay, this is organic, it's natural. The reviews, I'm just like, hello, these people have like drastic before and afters.
But she doesn't provide any before and after. She's like in her early 20s, probably never had kids, so she's very fit, very slim, she's conventionally attractive, and she's claiming that it's all due to Nature's Ozempic. Obviously, this is a play on Ozempic, and they're trying to get you to think that by buying this product, you're getting something that is equivalent to Ozempic. The claim that is made by this brand is that this product causes your body to release GLP-1. That is what the peptide Ozempic is trying to mimic in your body to give you the feeling of being full and to more slowly digest your food. If you feel fuller longer, you're less likely to eat more food. Now, the truth is that yerba mate is generally a pretty healthy drink, and you can do it, and it will stimulate your body to release GLP-1. But guess what? You are supposed to release GLP-1 when you consume anything with calories, because your stomach is supposed to be telling your body that you've put food in there and you're starting to get full. Now, the data suggests that even black coffee releases more GLP-1 than yerba mate. The foods that release the most GLP-1 are going to be lean proteins and things that are high in fiber. They give you that feeling of being full, and they're very healthy. There is nothing magical about Nature's Ozempic, this yerba mate drink, and nearly her whole account is dedicated to TikTok Shop and trying to push these natural remedies. A holistic RN is a made-up title. There's no board certification in that. She is not showing us any before pictures. She's saying you don't need to work out, and none of this is simply true. If you want to improve your health, you can drink yerba mate, you can drink coffee, you can eat a healthy diet of whole foods and lean protein. Absolutely agree with getting your steps in, but this product is not better than anything else that you might buy and put into your body if you're on a healthy pathway. We're looking at the various types of lasers here. Starting with the CO2, this targets water in the skin, and you can see how it tightens. Clear and Brilliant is safer for more skin types, safer on darker skin types. IPL is great, but not good for darker skin types. 532 targets hemoglobin in the skin to get rid of blood vessels. 532 again around the eyes, and that can also be doubled to a 1064 to get some of the deeper vessels. That's just a little rundown of cosmetic lasers. Thank you to Dr. Parsa for that video. I finally got the tanning pool before they sold out this summer.
I got it before.
Well, I don't
sold
like
out
that
this
name
year,
already.
And I'm so excited. While the kids are playing outside, you just set this up, fill it with a little bit of water.
So you fill that with water and you lay there and you tan.
2 cup holders over here, a detachable
No doubt this would be
pillow.
relaxing.
You don't want
I don't
the
argue that. But come on, I'm a dermatologist. I don't recommend that you lay out and try to get tan.
Just like this.
She's gonna get both sides.
If you have babies, this is like the perfect and safest little.
If you supervise your
tiny
kids while they're in the
inflatable
pool,
form,
yeah.
Because the bottom of it is inflatable, so even if they they're not gonna bump their heads on straight concrete or plastic. I'm gonna burn to a crisp in this
She's gonna
thing,
burn
and
to a
I'll
crisp
quit.
in this thing.
Y'all go quit this.
Again, I don't know how many times I have to say this. As a dermatologist, I recommend that you're active, that you can be outside in the sunshine, but you have to reasonably protect your skin. It is a bad idea to intentionally get tan, and it is a bad idea to go and get a sunburn. She talks about looking forward to burning to a crisp in this tanning pool. That is not recommended by any dermatologist. I love to be outside in the sun, and I take reasonable precautions. I put sunscreen on my face every day. During the normal course of my day, when I'm commuting, when I'm running errands, I don't always have sunscreen on my arms or my legs, but I'm not out there long enough to burn. I take reasonable precaution. If I am going to be out at the beach or I'm going to be doing yard work for several hours, I will be a little more intentional about my sun protection by wearing rash guard shirts or by getting sunscreen on larger areas of my body. It's important not to burn. Don't intentionally try to get tan, but go out and live your life and be responsible. The correct order to apply your skincare. We've got a cleanser and a toner. Generally, we're going from thinnest to thickest product here. So serum, eye cream, spot treatment if you've got acne, moisturizer, and then sunscreen. Now this is more steps than I would do in a morning skincare routine. I wash my face, I put on a vitamin C serum, and I put on sunscreen. If you want to do all these extra steps, the principle is generally you're going to go from the thinnest product to the thickest product. And generally, if you have prescription products from your dermatologist, those should go on before any other products. Have a great day. This lady posted a video having what looks like a really terrible rash. It's on her face, it looks bumpy. This is not quite acne. She's also got systemic symptoms, chronic fatigue, inflammation, body stiffness, and soreness. You can see it all the way down her back. In this circumstance, I don't know exactly what her diagnosis is. However, in the office, I would probably recommend a biopsy and do some laboratory workup to look for autoimmune conditions. I would look at her medication list to see what medication she's on that could be causing a drug reaction. We'd be investigating for infectious agents that could be causing an allergic reaction. Parasitic inflammation would cause a lot of eosinophils to be present in a skin biopsy, for example. So there is a comprehensive workup that could be done, and I have confidence that this person could get better with the right diagnosis and treatment. If you like picking and squeezing pimples and pulling out ingrown hairs, the ASMR pulling puck might be something that you'd be interested in. It comes with these little threads woven into the gelatin, and you can pull them out with tweezers. I've got to imagine that'd be pretty satisfying, and you don't have to deal with getting somebody else's pus on your hands. And there's a lot of threads in there, so this could take you a while. Just be mindful of all that garbage. Get everything in the garbage afterwards. Some of those are hard to pull out too. I get to do this on people enough that I don't need to buy one of these, but if that's your thing, by all means, go ahead and get it. Next up, warmer weather means acne spray after working out. Yes, dermatologist approved. She's using the Differin Body Acne Spray, and this is something with a 2% salicylic acid that'll help to get some of that oil off of your skin, kill bacteria. And if you can't shower and clean your skin right after working out and you're real sweaty, pads or a spray with glycolic acid can be really helpful for body acne. The beauty pen hack of the year. He's got a sebaceous hyperplasia, which is a little enlarged oil gland on the side of the nose, and he's going after it with an over-the-counter beauty pen, probably advertising this on TikTok Shop. And if you could guess, I do not recommend doing this at home. First off, you don't always know what the diagnosis is, and basal cell carcinoma can look very similar to sebaceous hyperplasia to the untrained eye. So he's putting this on there, cranking it to the highest setting, and yes, this probably will melt a sebaceous hyperplasia, but if not done really carefully, it's going to hurt and it could leave scarring on the skin. Now, I know there's people out there who are going to say, but you just want people to come to you so you can charge them hundreds of dollars. No, that is not the reason. I have had to manage plenty of people who have tried to take off their own skin tags and beauty marks at home, or they've had it done at places that don't know what they're doing, and I've had to manage scars and complications that end up costing them a lot more money in the long run. So just do it right the first time. Guys and gals, thank you for tuning into this video. A little bit different today, but hopefully you enjoyed it and learned a little bit about some of the things you probably shouldn't be falling for on TikTok Shop or other places that market skincare and health items to you. If you have questions, leave them down in the comments and I'll see you next time.